What is going on, my patriots? Welcome to another edition of Joel's News and Views. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button while you can. Go ahead on and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell all the way up top. Also, please do me a huge favor and share this broadcast and make sure that it goes on all social media platforms. Also, participate in the $5 challenge. It helps us taking care. Now, I'm also going to put a piece of information to you. I am no longer on Patreon. I am now on OnlyFans because Patreon shut me down because they didn't like my political views. So go on my OnlyFans. It's free right now. Join it so that way you can get the best of the best information where we're talking about real news at all times. And also too, check out my merchandise and my affiliate links with Amazon as well. All right, enough of that. Let's get into this. Ilhan Omar. That's right. The Somalia progressive from Minnesota who screamed to fund the police. President Trump was racist, claimed that all conservatives were racist, that anybody that was part of support Trump was basically fucked up, has now came out of her own mouth with anger yesterday that with Biden basically has done less for the agenda that they've been pushing for than Trump, especially with COVID relief and the stimulus check. Yeah, I just said it, guys. She actually said that. She said that. Let me tell you what's going on. Representative Ilhan Omar expressed her dismay with the lack of progress she believes. I knew that would get some people to hear that about her. Has been made with the newest round of COVID relief being agreed by President Biden and Senate Democrats. After Biden previously predicted that a $15 minimum wage hike would not end up being included in his package, $1.9 trillion, eight Senate Democrats joined Republicans on Friday in opposing the minimum wage, introduced it by Senator Bernie Sanders. Now, progressives has also been blasting the lower cap on those who receive relief checks. When asked if she thought this was Biden abandoning progressives like herself, Omar responded by calling the vote a very disappointing development. Oh, it gets worse. We obviously are now ultimately sending money to less people than the Trump administration. Let me repeat that again. We are now ultimately sending money to less people than the Trump administration. Oh man. Then she said something that really made every Democrat probably want to clench their pearls. You know, the Senate majority Republicans were willing to. They are going to be 17 million people who will get less money. This is not the promise that we made. This is not what we are given the opportunity to be in the majority in the Senate and have the White House. So ultimately, it's a failure when we compromise ourselves out of delivering on half of the American people and in keeping our promises. Omar seemed to be referring to the tech numbers from the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, a left-leaning think tank. An analysis by that group estimated that under Senate package, 11.8 million fewer adults and 4.6 million fewer children will be able to obtain direct payments than they would have been able under the House version. CNN anchor Breonna Keller then pressed Omar on her subtle praise for the Trump administration, asking her if the former president wanted to deliver more in terms of checks for Americans than the current president. And guess what her answer was, guys? Yes. That's right. Did you know how I felt when I read that shit? Oh man. She said the last checks that we were able to send had given, 17 million more people than we'll ultimately do with the caps now. Omar explained. And that is going to be something that we're going to have to explain. I don't know if many of us have a logical explanation on why we are delivering less than what the Republicans were willing to compromise us on, delivering the behalf of the American people. Before I go any more further in this story, I think it's hilarious because Ilhan Omar, the radical Samoa warrior slash progressive, is basically saying that this administration ain't doing shit. They had more going on with President Trump being in there than they got now. Wonder why? See, the progressives played themselves. They were under the impression that the agenda that they were promoting, the things that they were saying, and had America hyped up, that their constituents in the Democratic Party would agree with them. But unfortunately, it don't, because it doesn't make money. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. So now they don't get the $15 minimum wage into the bill. Not only that, you got the promises of helping people with unemployment went down. So this is what's going on. They got played again. And this is nothing new. They're always getting played. They're always getting played. Welcome to politics, Ilhan. This is what they do. It's about getting votes on the Democratic Party. They don't keep promises. Unlike the Republicans, we just tell you what we can do, but if we go above and beyond, you'll just see it by our actions. Most Republicans anyway, because then we got those rhinocrats who will definitely lie. But this right here is a perfect example. I'm going to keep on going with this. She added that Democrats couldn't blame the Republicans for our inability to deliver on the promises that we made. This is just us now negotiating amongst ourselves. She said the House is controlled by Democrats. The Senate is controlled by Democrats. The White House is in the hands of an administration that is a Democrat. And so I don't know how this makes any political sense. And it certainly does not make any policy sense. And it don't. Now, currently, the stimulus check did went through on the Senate side. Now, they took out some fluff, a good bit. They reduced the unemployment weekly proposal for $400 to $300. Let's see what else they have done. Now, instead of being a single person, it cut off right at 80,000. At 100,000, the Republicans made it to 75,000 in the Senate. Let's see what else they did. They changed in that bill. We know we took the minimum wage out. Kamala Harris, even though she was with them screaming about progressive policies, trying to help with poverty, she didn't even vote against the planetarian not to raise the $15 minimum wage anyway, which I think is hilarious because she wasn't going to do that no how. You think they was going to go with that? No. So I just think that Ilhan Omar just got a first taste of how you okie doke people to vote. And that's exactly what they done. The Democrats has always been known for that. They will give you a whole lot of promises and it don't happen. So I don't know what's going to happen after this. I think there's going to be a lot of these situations as long as there's a Biden Kamala Harris connection. I think a lot of things that people are going to want are not going to work out. It really isn't. So y'all tell me in the comment section what y'all think. Are y'all surprised to hear Ilhan Omar talk about President Donald Trump did more for policies in the House and the Senate than Biden? Or do you think that she only just said that because she was mad and she's going to go back on her word? I just need y'all to get in the comment section of my YouTube and tell me what you think. Also, to hit the like button, subscribe, please share.